a journey to inner excellence, unlocking your true potential. Imagine standing at the precipice of a challenge, whether it's a high-stakes business presentation, a critical athletic competition, or simply a moment in your daily life where you need to perform at your best. What often holds us back isn't a lack of skill or talent, but something far more insidious, the cacophony of our own minds. Jim Murphy's Inner Excellence, Train Your Mind for Extraordinary Performance and the Best Possible Life, isn't just another self-help book. It's a profound guide that invites us on a transformative journey, showing us how to quiet the internal noise, harness our mental power, and in doing so, unlock extraordinary performance and cultivate a truly fulfilling life. Murphy, drawing from his extensive experience coaching elite athletes and top executives, begins by painting a vivid picture of the inner game. He argues that while we spend countless hours honing our external skills, practicing a sport, studying for an exam, refining a business strategy, we often completely neglect the internal arena where true mastery is forged. This inner game, he reveals, is played out in the landscape of our thoughts, beliefs, and emotional responses. It's the constant dialogue in our heads, the assumptions we make about ourselves and others, and the way we react to pressure and setbacks. The book's core premise is simple yet revolutionary. Conquer your inner world, and your outer world will inevitably follow. The journey begins with a crucial first step: radical self-awareness. Murphy emphasizes that most of us operate on autopilot, driven by ingrained habits of thought and unconscious beliefs. We react to situations without truly understanding why, often falling prey to self-doubt, fear of failure, or the paralyzing need for external validation. Inner excellence urges us to become meticulous observers of our own minds. This isn't about judgment or self-criticism. It's about detached observation. Imagine sitting on a riverbank, watching thoughts and emotions float by like leaves on the water. By simply noticing them, without attaching to them or labeling them as good or bad, we begin to create a vital space between stimulus and response. This space, Murphy teaches, is where our power lies, the power to choose our reaction rather than being dictated by it. As we become more adept at observing, we inevitably confront the twin specters of fear and doubt. These aren't external monsters, but internal constructs, often fueled by past experiences or imagined future failures. Murphy doesn't suggest ignoring these feelings. Instead, he provides tools to disarm them. He shows us how to recognize the insidious voice of the inner critic, that part of us that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You'll fail." By understanding that this voice is merely a collection of old programs, not an objective truth, we can begin to diminish its power. The key, as he explains, is to shift our focus from the outcome, which is often beyond our complete control, to the process, which is entirely within our influence. When we are fully immersed in the present moment and the task at hand, fear and doubt simply don't have room to exist. This leads directly to the profound importance of focus and presence. In our hyper-connected, distraction-laden world, sustained attention is a superpower. Murphy illustrates how true peak performance, whether on the field or in the boardroom, happens when an individual is completely absorbed in the present moment. He introduces practical techniques to cultivate this state, from simple breathing exercises that anchor us to the moment, to deliberately narrowing our mental lens to only what is immediately relevant. The goal is to eliminate mental chatter about past mistakes or future anxieties, allowing all our energy to be channeled into the now. This isn't just about concentration, it's about achieving a flow state where action becomes effortless and intuitive. A cornerstone of Murphy's philosophy is the transformative power of visualization and mental rehearsal. He reveals how top performers don't just practice physically, they meticulously practice in their minds. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a sophisticated form of neurological programming. By vividly imagining successful outcomes, seeing, feeling, and even hearing the desired result, we create neural pathways that make those outcomes more likely in reality. Murphy guides us through structured visualization exercises, emphasizing sensory detail and emotional engagement. This mental preparation builds confidence, refines technique, and prepares the mind to execute flawlessly when the real moment arrives, effectively turning abstract goals into tangible mental blueprints. Beyond thoughts and images, Inner Excellence delves into the critical realm of emotional regulation. Performance under pressure often hinges on our ability to manage intense emotions like anxiety, frustration, or anger. Murphy teaches that emotions are simply energy in motion. Instead of suppressing them, which often makes them stronger, or being overwhelmed by them, he advocates for acknowledging them without judgment and then consciously shifting our state. This might involve reframing a challenging situation, focusing on gratitude, or deliberately choosing a more empowering perspective. The objective isn't to be emotionless, but to prevent emotions from hijacking our performance or well-being. It's about developing emotional agility, allowing us to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and effectiveness. Ultimately, inner mastery isn't an end in itself. It's the catalyst for consistent action and unwavering resilience. Murphy makes it clear that all the mental training in the world is meaningless without application. A mind trained for excellence empowers us to take bold, decisive action even when faced with uncertainty or potential failure. When setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, the individual who has cultivated inner excellence doesn't crumble. Instead, they view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Their internal narrative shifts from, "I failed," to, "What can I learn from this?" This resilience isn't about being tough. It's about having a flexible, adaptable mindset that can pivot, adjust, and persist in the face of adversity. It's the ability to bounce back stronger, fueled by an unshakable belief in one's own capacity. As the book progresses, Murphy broadens the scope beyond just performance, connecting inner excellence to a life of purpose and profound meaning. He suggests that true fulfillment comes not just from achieving external goals, but from aligning our actions with our deepest values and a sense of purpose greater than ourselves. When our inner world is clear and our mental faculties are honed, we gain clarity on what truly matters to us. This clarity then guides our decisions, relationships, and career paths, ensuring that our efforts are not just productive, but also deeply satisfying. Living a life of inner excellence means living authentically, driven by intrinsic motivation rather than external pressures or fleeting desires. The beauty of inner excellence lies in its universal applicability. While Murphy's background is often in high-performance fields, he meticulously demonstrates how these principles transcend specific domains. The same mental tools used by an Olympic athlete to visualize a perfect routine can be used by a parent to navigate a challenging conversation, by an entrepreneur to launch a new venture, or by anyone seeking greater peace and effectiveness in their daily life. It's about building a mental operating system that supports optimal functioning in any situation. In essence, inner excellence is a call to arms for anyone feeling constrained by their own mind. It's a story of liberation, showing us that the greatest barriers to our potential are not external circumstances, but the internal narratives we create. By systematically training our minds, cultivating self-awareness, disarming fear, sharpening focus, practicing visualization, regulating emotions, and embracing resilience, we don't just improve our performance, we fundamentally transform our experience of life. We learn to navigate challenges with grace, seize opportunities with confidence, and ultimately live a life that is not only successful by external measures, but also deeply rich, meaningful, and authentically our own. It's a journey from unconscious reaction to conscious creation, empowering us to author our own extraordinary story.